Welcome back. We are once again past the dice. Thank you for joining us on this adventure. We're going to start things off like we normally do. Of course, if you're able to, we much appreciate liking, subscribing, all the fun stuff that makes this channel what it is. And I know that we're very tiny, but we love to tell stories. So that being said, let's get back into A Daggerheart Tale, Mana Breach, episode 2. Sorry. We have a co-star cat. So where we last left off, everyone ended up making out after collapsing in the Leaky drip, falling down to the Underducts, where there was a lot of bursted mana pipes and things of that nature, traversing mana from one portion of the reactors specifically throughout the town that power the town and keep everything afloat. You all had fallen down after an explosion of sorts that brought you down to the Underducts. Through careful maneuvers. Mm-hmm. Might have been manure there.
Probably.
And tactful thinking, you all ended up making it out. You did get into an encounter of something that some call... They're usually creatures that have been poisoned by mana. Where they lose their senses, they get twisted and corrupted by mana, the consumption of. You guys faced off on a giant ant last time, taking several blows. These creatures are referred to as the Adepts, typically something that is poisoned by mana and has gained some sort of power or what have you by it, but insanity usually is arisen from it. As you guys were exiting out, you saw a pile of synth bodies in the mana stream. Quite a few of them, kind of face down, not savable by any means. But you guys exited out of the mana ducts and popped up relatively near in the center of town, where you saw the king's statue lit aflame by this purple flame and these markings of like spray paint, essentially, of saying liar, 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 liar all over the king's statue's body. Taking a look out, you do notice that there's several buildings that have collapsed. Does seem very specific though, buildings. Not just random holes everywhere. But you all make it up, a breath of fresh air as you pull off the cloth that was protecting you, due to Athena's insight to be able to go ahead and essentially keep you guys safe. So you take off the cloth, you're able to breathe that fresh air, but you do see there's not people screaming and running around by any means. There is chaos that's happening, but for the most part, it looks like the King's Guard has already came in, sectioned things off, and begin an investigation. That being said, Vulf is off to your right-hand side. Aqua doesn't seem to be anywhere in sight as of right now. What are you all doing after this event?
How long has it been? Like, how long did that take us?
Honestly, going through the ducts, it probably only took you guys maybe an hour.
Okay.
Wasn't too long.
I think I would say that I'm probably assisting with search and rescue, just jumping into like my training, trying to help any patrons that were maybe badly injured in the floor collapse.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna say like for the sake of like with all the craziness that's happening, I completely because you said it at the end of last session, but we had already finished. I also forgot that Bobby's family was still on stage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna run through the crowd and try to look for my family.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
With like looking around it, because you said you scared the cat. Specifically, like buildings that were destroyed. Mm-hmm. Can I recall if like there's a connection between any of them? Like, are they random, or are they the same type of buildings, like stores?
So I'll let you do a knowledge check, and while this happens, I know that Bobby and Athena dart towards the Leaky drip, where curiosity piques your mind as you take a look around and you see some of the King's Guard sectioning things off. You notice these giant poles that all of a sudden have this flashing light kind of sectioning off where you guys are currently. So you notice that Meredith goes off to the right, but Bobby, you book it, and Athena, you follow suit.
Start with him. I have to run to the restroom.
Yep, you're good. Bobby, so you're pushing through the what crowd is left. It seems like a lot of the King's Guard end up evacuating a lot of these people, but there's still an abundance of actual like knights and soldiers that are there. You're pushing through, and your size is just kind of getting engulfed a little bit. Eventually, you make it to the front of the Leaky drip, and you see that part of the roof itself is like busted off entirely. There is mana sprites kind of still raising up. So there's this glow of green everywhere as you pass through these individuals. You immediately take note and take a look around. You see a lot of people that are bandaged up. There is, some crying off into the distance, just barely in ear sight. As you enter in, you quickly look around and you notice immediately the bartender who is sitting on one of the stools. One of his eyes is being patched up. There's a few medics that are running around, and they are adorned in a very different attire. So medics here in Tillmore, they have similar trench coats to what the popular fashion is, but they are all white. They do have a bandage that wraps around their forearm, and they also carry a different symbol, a crest, not very different from your Mecca crest, or as an example, Meredith's. Remind me, I'm so sorry, the mage. Arcana. No, I can say that last time.
It's just like I have spellcasters. Spellcasters and mechas.
Okay, yeah.
That's what I have written down.
Fair enough.
I could have done that wrong though.
No, that's probably right. I don't know why it escapes me yet. But Bobby, you're in there. Go ahead and actually take a let's see here, a knowledge check for me. You're going to be analyzing.
18 or 16. Wait, no, 18 with fear.
18 with fear. Okay. I'll take that fear. That being said, you're taking a look around. I'm going to spend a fear. And you glance up and you notice that taking a look, you notice off to the right-hand side where the actual pub is, where the bartender is. You do notice that your father's there. It looks like he's a little disheveled, also having bandages around his head. You can see that his hands are scuffed up, a little bloody. What are you going to do?
Yeah, I'm running up to Pa and I'm asking him, hey, Eleanor, Steve.
Hey, Daddy.
Are they okay?
Sorry.
There. Your sister got taken to the hospital. And you can see his his brow furrowed. Your brother, he's here. He's helping some of the other civilians get out. We're all okay, son. I'm worried about your sister, but I think she'll be all right. Where were you? You fell down. I saw you right as you dropped. I'm glad to see you're all right. I thought I'd have to bury another one of us.
I'm okay. What, Eleanor? What hospital? Where?
She's down at the Crossfire. These medical folk took her away. I told them that I could try and patch them up, but she was not doing too hot. She needed medical attention, but the medic reassured me that she was going to be fine.
I'm going to run and try to find Athena and Meredith.
Okay.
And then see if we can stop at the hospital.
Okay. Absolutely. Meredith, what did you roll?
I got a 14 with hope.
14 with hope.
Which one do I add? Is it knowledge?
Knowledge,
Okay,
yes.
then 15.
15? Okay. So taking a look around, you're passing through some of the soldiers that are there, some of the knights, and you take a look at, you took a different path other than the Leaky Drip. There's a place right across the street that you knew of, actually how do I say this? It's like a place of employment. So they try and find jobs and things of that nature for individuals if they are without. You knew it as the contractor's band. That place, very similarly, not leveled, but you can see where the mana bursts had come out of the actual roof itself. The main structure is still standing, but just another hole in the ground, essentially. You notice that while that you're in there, that some of the knights themselves ended up actually putting over this, it's like this kind of foam, and they seem to be sealing up where the hole is, that the hole had been generated by. So that you see just a group of individuals wearing the mechanic symbol, the mecha symbol, filling up these gaps. You do notice several people relatively injured, bandaged up, people coughing because of the mana poisoning that's in the air. In fact, strangely enough, it feels really strong in this area by comparison to the immediate smell that you smelt right before you took a tumble down in the Leaky Drip.
Is this the only other building that was affected, or are there?
There's a few others in town, but this was the closest one.
Okay. I guess I'll just look around and see if anyone needs help.
Okay. With that knowledge roll for analyzing, you see several people kind of moaning a little bit, but the medical team is on it.
They're on it.
They are on it. They you can see that they're kneeling down, and there's people calling for like stim packs and things of that nature, or little potions to be able to get these people under wraps. Due to the capital, this being the capital, resources are
Gotcha.
plenty.
Okay.
But you do notice like just a younger Fungil. You see she is kind of welling up her eyes. She has this big red kind of plume on top of her head. Little white body with just these tiny hands. Probably about 3 feet tall. You notice her, and she looks at you, and she says, today was supposed to be my interview day. Think I passed? She is smiling kind of cheerfully, like seemingly like trying to make light of a situation or trying to be as optimistic as possible. Think of it almost like a little toad creature from Mario.
Yeah.
That's the best
I
way.
have a joke, but I should say it.
Say it. Remember that you are your character.
Yeah, yeah. I just don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pretend that you're her. Looks like you blew the interview away.
You can see that she smiles.
She chuckled.
Interestingly enough, the Fungil seem to be unaffected by the poison of the mana flow.
Damn, I chose the wrong class.
She smiles at you and do you have any reckoning what happened, mistress? You're part of the mecha.
Honestly, I'm not sure. There was some influx of mana, but I don't know what caused it. Because this hasn't really happened before, right?
This has never happened
Okay.
before. Yeah, this is you. There's routine maintenance, but the bursts that both you and Athena had seen prior to,
Yeah.
and the writing in scriptures, you might assume that it's purposeful.
Gotcha.
I don't know why they would have struck a career opportunity place. It's most unfortunate. But at least I got all my limbs. She puts out her hands and wiggles her fingers. Weirdly enough, when she does wiggle them, one of her fingers does fall off. And it falls to the ground. She's like, oh. I know. She takes it and sticks it back on.
Interesting.
Okay.
Can the men of your race do the same thing?
Well, hopefully you find out who did this. And she kind of dusts herself off. I guess I'm going to have to be a waitress again. And she waddles off.
Weird. I'm gonna turn around and walk out.
Okay. Athena, was there anything that you wanted to do while you were headed over to the Leaky drip at all?
I was primarily wanting to assist with search and rescue and stuff. I'm assuming that there's probably people from both factions there. This is literally something that we've never discussed ever. It just randomly popped into my head the other day. Do we have jobs?
Yeah. Or what do you mean by
do we have day jobs?
Well, we were doing that job.
Yeah, because when that happened, I was like, okay, so I'm still in the faction.
Mm-hmm.
So I was literally, it popped in my head, and I was like, what do I do there? What is my job?
What do you do there?
Yeah, because part of my backstory was doing that assassin school thing that we had talked about when we were still building the world.
Yeah.
But after I left my first goddess, came to the other one, I think it was it wasn't just a physical change, it was a change in everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I touched on a couple different things. Maybe because then I was factoring in the stuff with the synth things.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking I'm more a part of the caster, a caster outreach kind of organization where we try to bridge the gap between mechas and casters.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So more humanitarian based.
Yeah.
Like a non-profit.
Fair enough. Oh, there we go.
So I think, I don't know what an actual term for it would be, but I think it would also tie into how I got to know Meredith.
Meredith, yeah.
And yeah, I guess I'm just like working with other individuals from this little. I'll come up with a name for it. Don't worry.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
this little organization. This is like my job.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I do.
Alright.
So that's why we were contracted by the king to go down and take a look at
At the pipe.
the pipes.
I like that. Okay. I like that a lot. So taking a look around, like assisting, you do notice that a lot of the there's a medical faction. I don't know if you were here for that, or you might have used the restroom.
I wasn't in the restaurant.
Okay. So there are people with white cloaks with the medical badge on them, kind of going down and like assisting people that were there. Since it's been roughly about an hour, it seems like everyone is doing all right.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, Bobby did find out that his sister was rushed to the hospital due to her proximity of that mana blast. He was assured that she'll be fine, she's alive. But Bobby had immediately, once found that news, kind of went to go find both you and Meredith.
Okay.
But if there's anything that you wanted to inquire on, or,
Yeah, I think I was just gonna be like assisting with some of the people that I work with, and on the side trying to see if there was if there's anything that I can sense, like any residual magic or anything like that, because we were just down there, and I understand that we couldn't necessarily get rid of the runes that were placed, but I don't know. Just I guess just trying to see if I can get a better read on what would have caused this, because when we left, everything was fine.
Okay. I'm gonna say, due to your inquiry, Meredith, and Bobby had just gotten out of or he's heading towards you, but you end up going over to, and someone that you are aware of, not exactly through your day job, but I would say through some of the classes and things of the nature of your upbringing. You've dealt with Inspector Grimm before. So you see this overly kind of zealous looking Draconith, or Drakith, I forget the exact term. You end up seeing one of the Dracona taking a look, and he has these golden scales in a kind of white underbelly. His jaw is protruding out. He has quite a few scars that are adorned on his left horn, specifically. Wearing some of the mail, like a mixture of both metal as well as a black trench coat, as he's taking a look and inscribing. You approach him, and Meredith, you kind of come around the corner just after you got done from the current building that you were in. Mm-hmm. He's scribbling on there. Oh, Athena. Good to see you. Oh, and Meredith. What brings you here?
Inspector Grimm, do we have any leads or any information as to how this happened? Meredith and I were just down there.
I read some of the reports lately. All I've seen is damaged pipes. Now, as far as I understand, this was explosive. It was targeted, and I believe towards anyone that has given any kind of kindness to the synths. We had just recently a job fair for some of them. A lot of them were lined up and fell when the explosion happened. As far as I'm aware, there were no synths in the Leaky drip. There were plenty on the outside. From some of the combustion, we've been able to find paper traces of
and this is a material that you are aware of, and during your assassination days, think of it as something akin to a paper form of C4. It's an explosive, very thin material that is easily brought to and fro, just like a sheet of paper. But once placed and with a quick incantation, it can be detonated over 100 feet away.
We have roughly about 25 casualties, 32 people injured, 4 severely wounded, and a number of synths that have gone missing. No bodies found.
The bodies are in the Underducts.
You see him raise an eyebrow and begin sketching.
Where in the Underducts?
Can I just tell him
Yep.
where we came out of?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then I'll give him like the pathway down, and there's that river.
He ends up gathering a few of the, basically some of the, not the police, but some of the guards that are there, and they begin tumbling down. There's several of them equipped with the military grade filter that the two of you had adorned when you were making those down. So it's this black kind of gas mask that once they place on, it quickly suction cups to them, and vents immediately open up. You notice they fluctuate almost like gills, but they're directly onto the face itself. It's organic. It reminds you of some of the... It's technically a fungal technology that filters out some of that. But you see a lot of them gear up and then begin moving down.
Assistance was great, Athena.
Of course.
If there's anything else, there'll be a full report that'll be in the guild house, and both the mecha and the casters.
Inspector Grimm, did you see in my notes in the report that I submitted about the runes?
The runes? No, I didn't see that part.
There were runes etched into some of the pipes.
See you like grab a hold of his kind of, there's these spines that go out right underneath his chin as if it is a beard. He begins toying with one of them. Runes.
The magic that was intertwined was something that I'd never come across before. It was difficult to place, and I couldn't dispel it.
He begins writing and counting a few things down. He looks up. He's like,
Someone get the fire out of the king's statue.
he begins continuing to write.
That's interesting. I'll review that report when I get done here. I skimmed over it, so I apologize. I didn't see it all the way through.
So you gather yourself. Bobby ends up coming over to you, swiftly explaining that his sister has been in danger. Go ahead, Bobby. Sorry.
What's up? Oh, yeah. So I'm gonna run up to Meredith and Athena. My family's okay. Steve's good. I need to get to the hospital. My sister's not doing too well, so they took her in.
Does Meredith know his family at all? Like, are we acquainted at all, or?
So, the two of you are kind of childhood friends. However, you didn't really interact with his family per se. In fact, when the two of you were childhood friends, I would say that his sister wasn't even born
Okay.
at that point in time.
Gotcha. Yes, let's go.
Yeah, I'm gonna check on her, and I think we all should probably get checked out too. We're sucking a lot of that fancy gas down there.
Oh my gosh, I completely forgot about your family. Yes, of course.
So you all make your way to the western portion of Tillmore. In fact, as you get up closer, you notice these blinking yellow stripes that kind of section off. As you get closer, your pendant, your guild pendant, flashes and allows you to exit. So you make your way over to the cross. This beautiful building seems to, oddly enough, not have taken any damage. There's few buildings here and there. You notice that some of the mana where it had exploded or had busted through certain walls and things of that nature. But you make your way to this grand structure that has these beautiful vaults of marble, this great red cross that is imprinted in stained glass right into the middle of this tower that seems to tower above you 3 or 4 stories above. You enter in and you notice that there's a lot of commotion happening. There's a lot of the medical staff kind of running back and forth. You see a lot of people that are being patched up. There's some potions being distributed, some magic that is going left and right to heal some of those that had. You notice a human male kind of with an eye patch over his eye. One of his left arm is currently missing. You notice that they're trying to quickly stop the bleeding. That being said, you walk on up, there's a receptionist that's there, and you see this female orc with kind of bright red hair, green skin, small tusks, and these kind of very violet looking eyes as she looks over at you. What brings you here?
Yeah, I'm looking for my sister Eleanor. Eleanor Sticky.
Eleanor Sticky. Yes, you went into the emergency room. Your kin.
Yeah, brother.
Yes, of course. If you're able to go ahead and follow Diana over here, and you see this young human male with kind of half blonde hair, half black hair, put up into a single ponytail with a headband that has the cross on it. She says, "Quickly follow me," and you kind of scurry over behind, and 3 or 4 rooms that pass on by, you notice some people kind of yelling out. Coughing is everywhere. A lot of people are just coughing up this mana. You notice that all the staff have masks on, very akin that organic material, not as industrial. She hands each one of you a mask and implores you to go ahead and try and wear it while you're going through this area. If you put it on, you notice that it's immediately like, for lack of a better term, it's this slight sticky sensation that goes over your mouth, and then the texture of skin kind of goes over, so it feels very natural. And as you breathe out, you notice that for lack of a better term, it almost looks like gills, but vents kind of go up and down, filtering out what you're breathing in. But you notice a lot of patients that are, coughing up, holding on to themselves. There's a few that are missing limbs. But eventually you make it about 3 or 4 turns through this maze-like structure as you're hurrying over to her, Eleanor's room. And she's up on her back is up against, well, not up against, but she's in one of the beds that lean her forward. You notice that both of her eyes are bandaged right now, and oddly enough, there is where one would see like kind of blood, which would normally be like if there was some kind of head injury. You notice that there's a little bit of green substance. There's mana that got in direct contact. You notice her as you walk on in. Eleanor, dear. And she walks on over and grabs a hold of her hand, and your brother is here, Bobby. Oh, he is? She kind of sits up and kind of like looks around from what she can see. Bobby. She reads out, and The nurse, Diana, turns around and looks over at you with her blue eyes and kind of quickly darts her gaze down and exits. But she is reaching out to you.
I'm gonna walk over and take her hand.
You can feel her hand, and a very soft little hand that fits into the palm of your hand. And, you notice that there's no scratches or anything on her hand. And after taking a little investigation onto her, for the most part, she seems like she didn't like physically come to harm, but something had happened to her face. She reaches out and is Father and Steve all right?
Yeah, they're just having a drink at the bar.
Good. I could use one of those myself. I'm almost of drinking age, you know.
Yeah, maybe wait a few years on that.
They do it all the time. It looks so much fun. You can see, even through the bandages, like a frown underneath, the indentation. They said I made it out all right. Hopefully, I'll be out of here in a few days.
Yeah, weird time for eye surgery there, sis, but,
They said that it's possible, due to the mana, that I might have better vision afterwards.
I'm gonna look over to Athena and Meredith and maybe you take your time here, don't rush things.
But I want to be back down the road. I want to go and see where you used to live. We just got in town. I haven't even been home yet. I have to get better. I'll get better. They told me to get better.
Don't rush it, just rest up.
I thought that was the cat, throwing up.
Rest up. Don't rush anything.
You can see she has a little pouty lip. And fine. Did you get to see your friends? They look very, very pretty the last time I saw them. I remember you telling me about them. Are they doing well? Were they okay?
Yeah, I brought them with me. They wanted to make sure I was okay too,
and you
to check on you.
Quickly blushes and quickly puts her hands to her mouth.
That's right, Eleanor. We're fine.
Oh, good. Who is that?
It's Athena. We haven't had the opportunity to meet yet.
Athena. I remember Bobby telling me all about you.
Oh.
What did he say?
What did he say?
He said good things. He said that you're very tall, and that you liked to you really liked dark colors, and that you wore a lot of dark. I like that because it was different. You can see her just kind of almost searching for your voice a little bit, but it's very jovial by any means.
What did he say about Meredith?
Oh, he said that you could be a brute sometimes, but I find that very strong because I try to be a lady. Father always tells me to be a lady, but I really like to be mischievous. I really like to run around with my brothers. So I found that you were brutish and like to get your hands dirty. Very cool.
Yes.
I thought that was really cool.
Thank you.
I like to know that there are more people that are not as ladylike. She is searching around.
Couldn't get any further from a lady than Meredith.
Push you a little bit.
And as far as I'm concerned, I did like dark colors. But your brother's been away from home for a while, and some things have changed.
I like dark colors. I'm always told to wear pretty pink, light, bright things. So, are you wearing pretty things?
I am wearing pretty things, but darker colors can be pretty too. Actually, I agree with your brother, and you should take your time healing. And if you can do that for me, I have some old clothing items that I couldn't bring myself to get rid of.
See her, like, underneath the bandages, the eyebrows raise.
And if you take your time and you heal, and you rest, you're more than welcome to have them.
I can't wait. I'm excited. I'm excited to see. Do you know? That was a crazy look the cat had. Do you know, Bobby, what happened? Who did this?
We just played too loud, and the roof ended up collapsing.
Just like in Windmill.
Yeah.
I give Athena a weird look when he says that.
But people were saying that it was an attack, that someone come to hurt us.
Oh,
I heard
no.
that the walls are thin here. There's a lot of talking, a lot of movement.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry none about that. Listen, yeah, Pa and Steve should be here soon, but brother's gotta get himself checked out. I think I might have bumped my head.
We're both just kind of
Should
looking at Bobby like...
Definitely get checked out. It's very important.
Yeah.
I was told that health above none else. You see that she's reciting something that may have been told to her. Health above none else is what keeps us pumping.
Did you hear that from one of these doctors here, or what?
It was in a book. Don't tell Pa. I stole it from the library that we were at last.
Oh, God. You just check those things out, right? You don't take them.
We were on the road. We had to go. What's tax evasion, by the way?
It's
You should ask your dad.
I wanted to, but he scolded me.
You know what?
Yeah.
Then he's probably someone who knows a lot about it.
Yeah.
What about, and she continues to bombard you with, like, all these different questions that a child would.
I think she's autistic.
Zag, you're perfect.
Dude, she's high as a kite right now.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
She just had eye surgery.
You see Diana kind of check back in, and how's our favorite girl? She steps on over, and here's some little dots, little ice cream dots, and she walks on over and gives her this little bowl that has these little dots everywhere. It's very cold, very akin to, of course, the treat that we have here. She begins kind of devouring it. And she looks over at the two of you. You all look fairly pale, especially you and you. Are you particularly stressed out? Are you all right?
Yeah, I've been here
Were you in proximity of that?
a while, and no one's brought us any Dippin' Dots.
To be fair, Bobby, we're not actually committed, so...
Yeah, I pay my taxes like everybody else.
Oh, I'm sorry. And she looks. She notices. She points at the crests that you all have. Oh, you're part of the King's Magistrate. The Mecca and the Casters. I see. Oh, right this way. Let's get you checked out.
Yeah, we should probably... Eleanor, it was good to see you, darling. We're gonna go get checked out now.
She says, "Wait. Can I feel your clothes?"
Sure.
She feels she grabs a hold of it and begins kind of twisting some of the laces and some of the material itself.
It was fringe. It's my going out dress.
I want to touch your fringe too.
And she lets go and says, "Thank you."
You're welcome, darling. I'm just gonna like brush her hair.
You see that she smiles and she's not very. You can kind of tell by her upbringing, not used to like a feminine touch, not used to like
Most men are.
that motherliness by any means, but you can tell that meant a lot to her.
Oh, baby.
That being said, as you did that, it calmed you. It relaxed you a little bit. Go ahead and remove the stress.
Work. I love your sister, by the way.
You get hurried over to
Kind of weirds me out.
up into an elevator, and you notice that she ends up quickly putting her name badge, and the doors open, and you step inside, and you go up 1, 2 floors. Can't quite tell; it's very quick. And on the inside, you see some people that you actually know. You notice Vulf hooked up with a breathing mask, kind of hunched over, looking over at the lot of you as you come on in. You notice that a few people with the white robes are checking his lungs. You notice actually Aqua standing up, floating, just looking down at Vulf. Kind of actually, he has a notebook that he has written out that is the deepest of purples, almost as if I don't remember the exact stone, but it is very
Amethyst.
deep. Amethyst. Okay, it was the one I was thinking of. Very deep amethyst book with golden scriptures on the outside, and he has this golden pen that he seems to be documenting things, and he's just kind of lost in, and he's conversating with one of the medical professionals that are there. Diana quickly brings you over to the right-hand side. I would say, Meredith, you notice actually not a classmate, but somebody that is a part of the Mecha Guild that you're aware of. A newer recruit by the name of Gothrin.
Of what?
Gothrin.
Gothrin?
You notice he is adorned in kind of a black coat. He is a Fungil.
Make it still be hot.
He is basically he has this leather hat that is kind of adorned over. His skin is gray. He has these kind of glowing green eyes. Very humanoid by chance, but he has almost the physical, like non-manufactured version of the mask, just a part of his face that you notice that these slits where he's breathing from. But wearing a black trench coat, and you can see that he's kind of sitting there, and a lot of his clothing seems to be tattered, but he's not on any breathing tubes or anything like that. You get sit down right next to him, he kind of quickly just gives you a
Sup,
okay, yeah, sup, like kind of thing. But you get all sat down, and 3 other professionals end up coming over to you and checking your pulse, checking your breathing, checking underneath, just to see if there's any physical damage or anything of that nature. You hear one of the dwarven synths look over at Bobby as he's examining you, and Bobby, you notice that his clockwork-like eyes, one green and one blue, looking at you. Oh, you took quite the blow there. What's your name, son?
Bobby Sticky.
Bobby Sticky.
Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you. And you notice Wart right next to you recognizes this figure. and kind of quickly gives a quick wave, a nervous wave. But this synth with a golden beard and golden wavy hair looking at you and checking.
How much of this stuff did you breathe in?
You know, the usual.
The usual? Just enough?
Yeah.
Just enough to make you barely faint. I could probably hit you 3 times and you'd paint.
Yeah, I guess a little too much.
Why? Well, you definitely need rest. No ifs, ands, or buts. You're staying here tonight. Looks like you're looking just fine.
He looks over at Meredith.
You don't seem to be damaged too much.
We fell, but
You fell where?
into what's it called? The
Underducts.
Underducts.
The Underducts. Well, no wonder you're as bashed up as you are. Just to be on the safe side, I'm gonna permit you all to stay here tonight. No ifs, ands, or buts.
You can see he stands up and he pushes back his golden hair and he looks over at Athena as well.
You're just as damaged as the rest of them. You all danced in the Underducts. Why were you down there? You fall? You got up?
The floor of the leaky drip fell in, and instinctually, Meredith tried to lessen the amount of people that fell in. I flew in after Bobby with Meredith at my side.
Okay. Well, it's good to see that you made it out of the Underducts. Apparently that is a quarantine zone at the moment. Which also means that you guys... It resonates. I can see it on you, the mana poisoning.
There was a really big ant down there.
And...
It was consuming the mana.
Oh, right.
Is it really necessary that we stay? I'm sure there's others that need the space more than we.
Well, that's what the first and second floor are for. You're part of the guild, you're part of the King's Guard. That being said, stay. Not entirely sure what other chemicals might have been a part of such explosion.
Me and Bobby gray as fuck over here, like...
Hyperventilating.
There could be other contaminants. Just to be on the safe side, I'd rather have you quarantined. The whole section's quarantined for the most part. No, you're staying tonight. Make yourself comfortable. You're part of your guildmates here.
Alright, well, if you say so.
Apparently guild leaders.
He looks on over at the floating Aqua.
That one's been pestering us left and right trying to get out of here. Under no circumstances.
And you see that he scribbles out a letter.
Once you are all fit,
Make sure to bring this, and he tears off a piece of paper.
bring it to the receptionist. Either Diana or one of our other staff will get you taken care of. They'll get you a potion, a healing potion. Make sure you bring it with you.
If we do gotta spend the night, I did notice that there's these little dot things that people have been getting a little bowl. How do we go about getting some of those?
You want a children's treat?
Well, he is basically a child.
Essentially.
I know. Short in stature doesn't mean anything.
That's not all he's short in.
You can see his eyes, those clockwork eyes.
I can make sure that you get some.
Wait, who's this? Who's this person we're talking to?
Dwarf.
You're talking to Wart's neighbor.
Ah,
Wait,
because you said that and I was like, oh my god, okay, wait, so this isn't Vulf, this is a synth. What's his name? Did he give us his name?
He did. Well, actually, I don't know if he actually.
Well, because he was talking. He was talking
with.
with Andrew, but he was by himself.
Yeah. I don't know if he actually inquired about his name off the top of my head, but his name is. Actually, I didn't have it written down either. For the sake of this, his name is. Oh no, it was Doran. I remember. Yep.
Doran.
I have a new notebook in there.
You need a synth dwarf named Beef.
Synth dwarf named Beef. What, beef in here?
What the fuck?
I can get you some dots if you ever want them. We only have vanilla.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright.
Alright. Yes. Children got the chocolate first. But sit up. Trying not to do any straining. But bedtime is in 30 minutes. Lights are off. We're gonna hook you up to some machines to get some of this mana out of you. But you're free to roam this floor. Don't think about going downstairs.
And he gets up and you can see that he grabs a hold of his pearl on his left ear.
Yes. We need 3 vanilla dots upstairs.
Oh, I'm so glad he said 3.
Yes.
I don't want to ask about it.
Yes.
You know.
Alright. Well, they'll be up with that. Otherwise, we'll hook you up tonight to the machine. Should take care of any other hunger.
Thank you, Doran.
You're welcome.
And you see that he, as you're each sitting on your own individual bed, he ends up writing down, there's like a tablet right where your feet would end up being. He just kind of quickly jots down symptoms and things of that nature and dusts himself off and heads on out. So right now, you have 30 minutes technically to be able to talk or conversate or what have you. I will say that you are amongst your guildmates, including your guild leaders.
Mm-hmm.
There are plenty of people that you know here. And they may have been at some point in time in different places of where the attack might have been. I'll set that up for you, but it is entirely up to you what you guys feel like doing. But right now you have a moment to yourselves amongst yourselves.
Should we go see why Aqua looks so jumpy? Want to get out of here?
He's always like that. But I do agree. He's a little more.
Something wrong with his float right now.
Something wrong with his float.
We should at least try and figure out what happened. Why?
I agree. Something doesn't sit right.
Okay.
Well, Bobby, you can go talk to Aqua.
Yeah,
He seems to like you.
No, walk up to Aqua.
Wakwa.
You can see that he is scribbling in something. He's just flustered. He's I can't believe this. This is so stupid. This is ignorant. Can you even believe? And he looks. Oh, Bobby Sticky. Did you bring down the house, right? Holy cow. I jest, of course. This was clearly sabotage in some way, shape, or form. Look what happened to me. And he holds out his hand. And you see one of his nails is chipped. How dare they? I will find out who did this. And I will rip out their innards and make them eat it. You have my word. It's good to see you, yo. You're A-OK. I saw. Hey, Athena, as well as Meredith. You're here. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's good to see. Good to see. Glad you're all in one piece. I like this chump over here. And you see Vulf just kind of breathing through this mechanism. And he looks at him like with a scowl. I don't jest.
Ladies.
This is amazing.
So what did you see down there? You clearly made it in one piece. You look horrible. You look like a starved child that just got beaten over and over again by his daddy's whip.
That's my, walking around look, I guess. But, no, yeah, it sucked down there. There's a giant ant.
A giant ant?
That
Did
thing's
that
huge.
do that to you?
A little bit. Did fall quite a bit.
That'll do it, yeah.
Yeah.
Aqua, did you have a chance to read the report after Meredith and I came back?
Every letter.
A little?
Every letter.
Oh, every letter. So you know about the runes that we found on that?
I do. And I had been doing research on it, or at least I had Xavier do it.
Did you come back with anything? Or?
No, he's illiterate. Oh, I'm just kidding. He's not illiterate, but he is taking his sweet time. It would have been good to know by now what might have been the reoccurrence of what might have triggered this. We had remnants. I did hear from Inspector Grimm that it's potential that paper, there might have been at least a catalyst of this.
That's right. Inspector Grimm did tell me that there was traces, quite a large amount.
Well, I do know one thing. Being a part of a group of misadventurers once upon a time loving explosives, you usually have to be pretty close in order to set them off. So that gives me hope that we might be able to at least nail down some things. Has there been anything that your lot have been able to find while you were down there other than a giant ant?
Inspector Grimm told us that the Community Outreach Center was holding a job fair for synths. They weren't able to locate any of them after the explosion, and that's because they all died. We found them in the Underducts.
Oh, Jesus.
Not to mention the statue that was vandalized.
I saw the statue. Not the greatest shade of purple, I would say, but a statement nonetheless. Liar, I saw, spray printed everywhere. The synths that were attacked, it seems that some cannot let go of the war. This is most unfortunate that we still live in such times.
How close was the center to the Leaky trip?
The hospital that you're
No.
currently at, or
Where the job fair was being held?
It was actually just right across the street. It was very close. But you did notice, Meredith, that it seemed like those areas were very pinpointed. There wasn't like destruction in between. It was like here and here.
Right. What I'm saying is, out of game.
Oh,
My
yeah.
thought process here
Please.
is that the paper that was used, there's 100 feet distance? Or how?
100 feet different distance, typically.
Typically. But the quantity that was used, maybe it could have pushed it to maybe 150, 175.
If there was a chain reaction.
Yeah, if it's a chain reaction.
But it was very pinpointed, I will say.
So the person who triggered it could have been in the bar.
Could have been in the bar, and Vulf kind of looks over and he takes off his mask. But why would they ended up detonating it on themselves?
They might not have been in the center.
Let's say, no matter what, within proximity of both. And he just kind of puts it back under his face, and he sees that he's just kind of looking up, and you can see he's contemplating those silver eyes just kind of going back and forth, following the fan that is above him. Well, either way, the fact that it has been targeted once again, synth lives are at stake and in danger. You know, I thought I was done with the blood loss. Being in Illidan for so long. I come back here and people are blowing each other up. I think that there would be done with the catalyst of all this destruction.
All that was left.
Well, I do believe in Inspector Grim. I think that he will be able to very easily nail this down. But those insights are very helpful. Thank you for letting us know. I want to get out of here so I can go talk to the king. I can't be staying here this whole time. It's frustrating. Let's see if I can change a little bit of the music. So you still have a moment to your guys' selves before you camp out.
Well, you know, obviously targeting the synths. They hit that center, but why my show?
Well, Inspector Grimm also mentioned that attacks against sympathizers have been increased as well. The leaky drip serves everybody. I mean, you've been gone for a while. A lot of the drips bartenders, the staff, maintenance, all of them include some synth personnel. They were one of the first places to offer them jobs.
I guess what's everybody's feeling the move is for tomorrow? I do have that show with the king.
We all got invited.
I think that
Well, no, wait, Allied, you can bring us, but maybe we should divide and conquer them. Because I want to find out who this person is. The range on that stuff isn't very large, but if they did it the way that I think they did it, then it could have caused a chain reaction, which led to such a massive explosion. But I'm counting on one thing that they didn't think about. Using an incantation to trigger.
Outlive. Oh, no. Alright.
Using an incantation to trigger these bombs. It leaves a residue, like using a gun, and it can still be tracked days after being cast. Plus, if it was just haphazardly done, maybe he didn't foresee the sheer size of the blast. He could have been injured. I say he. They could have been injured as well. So they also might be a patient here.
Well, maybe, but it seemed like they set off those explosions and they were pretty quick to write that stuff all over that statue, and unless there's more than one person, probably.
So
It's such a big operation, it would make sense.
That's true. Well, if we find the person that triggered the blast, then maybe we can find the rest of them.
Aqua, this is gonna sound pretty on the point here, but there's not like an obvious hate group in town, is there? Like an anti-synth?
not an obvious hatred, no. Not that I'm aware of. However, usually these lots end up doing things in the shadows. They are afraid of their crime or whatever. It is not that I am aware of. But after the war, there's been sightings like this all over Zamnia. People that don't agree with the outcome of the war. I guess one could say one could easily imagine that, but it is still unnerving. I would like to... I know that we had a plan to have you come to the King's Court in order to play for us, Bobby Sticky. However, the fact that you had went through the ducts with what is happening and what you have seen, and your reputation as a former soldier, and of course the company that you keep, my very own Athena, and of course young Wart. I would like all of you, and I have yet to really digest whom you are as a person, but you hang out with good people.
She's cool.
She is cool, but she also has cat ears on her head.
So?
It's just an observation.
It's a fact, yes.
Yes.
Why did you say it like that?
Oh, because I noticed it on your head. It's a statement piece, honey. I understand. Okay. I would love to know you more. Is what I am getting.
Okay.
Getting clocked out of the game.
They're not even real.
We know.
Actually, they are. But they're not cat ears, technically.
You're so brave.
Oh.
But like,
So
they look like... Well, I didn't say that in game.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I'm sorry. No.
She's
Still
just,
conversation.
she's just quirky.
Okay. Yeah, we're quirky. We're here. We're hip. Yay.
I feel like he's mocking me.
He's not mocking you.
No, I'm not mocking you. You wouldn't know if I'm mocking you.
Yes.
Just so you know.
He'd make it very obvious.
Oh yeah, I would. I wouldn't powder that nose. I would let it out. That being said, I would like the four of you to come to the king, and maybe we can find out some action plan. You have already, the two of you, gone into some of the ducts themselves. I had read your report. Even Wart, last time that you were going and investigating some of the mana pools, there is clearly a breach, not only in security as well as maintenance, which I believe, Bobby, if you would be so kind to not reassign yourself, but at least to hear out maybe a course of action. There will be money involved. I will make sure that you are paid, of course.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's got nothing else going on this weekend, so.
Your name's Wart, right? Oh, also, Wart. I forgot. Also, Wart. Because it seemed like you were busy earlier. Getting some oxygen from your neighbor Doran. He's fine.
Would.
He's one of the medics that are here.
Okay.
That synth dude.
He was the bad character, just like, yeah, it's right.
Oh, it could be. I mean, you guys just met.
Yeah, we just
you
met.
You all know each other, however.
So actually, you know what? Yeah, it is cute.
Yeah.
Your name's Wart, right?
It's a little dynamic. Huh? All right. Is there anything else that you all wanted to do prior to residing for the night?
Oh my god. Oh, sorry. You said there was like other people that we worked with here?
There's other people that you work with here.
Can I establish that one of the people that were here is one of my... Oh my god. Is one of my old sisters from my assassin days?
Absolutely.
Her name's Natasha.
Her name's
Wow.
Natasha. Okay. Give a description of Natasha as you're looking out. You definitely find her.
Oh boy.
She's actually staring out. There's a glass, large glass window that kind of oversees down into the actual city itself. You guys are on the 3rd floor. But you see her kind of propped up next to it looking out. Give a description of Natasha.
She is a baddie. Honestly, In terms of appearance, she looks very similar to me. A lot of the girls that I trained alongside in this school had very similar facial features, eye colors, hair color, all of that stuff. Our body types were also all the same. We were made to look like, we were trained and molded to essentially be carbon copies of each other. And it was like a fear tactic. So you go in, you do a job, you would gain information, and if you didn't have the necessary skills to continue, someone else would replace you. And it was almost like you couldn't even tell. And we were also trained to mirror each other's images or actions for our lives. Voice, sound, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So she kind of looks like me, but there's subtle differences. Obviously, my hair's red now, not black.
She's still adorning the black hair.
Yes.
Okay.
And so my eye color is green. Hers, it has almost hints of honey around the iris. And she's got slight freckles that she used to cover with makeup so that she looked the same, but now you can fully see them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you approach her. She immediately...
She's also Russian.
Curveball!
Well, I mean, for the voice, you know?
Yeah. All right. So you approach her. Sister.
Hello, Tasha.
Where, do you know, God, female Russian, my brain is.
If you need some inspiration, the Hawkeye TV show, Yelena in that is hilarious.
I have yet to see that.
She does, I love her.
I haven't seen it, but I love her.
Like my brain is like deep Russian, and then my like
Throw a
deep Russian
curveball to the
male,
DM.
and I'm like, how do I convert that? Where are the other sisters?
I'm not entirely sure. I don't keep up with a lot of them. Actually, well, that's not entirely true. Some of them do work at the community that I established. As far as the others, they're still working for the yeah.
Do you know? Do you have any insight on this? I got a few things, a few whispers here and there.
Well, actually, I was hoping that maybe you had some more information. I know you don't do it much anymore, but you still have strong ties.
I do believe that this is clearly radical work, one way or the other.
Aqua doesn't have any knowledge of any groups that have been popping up, recently, in regards to hate towards the synths, which is unusual for him, or maybe he's just not willing to tell us.
The worry of mine and the insights that I got that it might have been an inside job. It might have been, and by inside I mean within the royal court.
From the king?
Maybe not the king, however.
But someone inside the castle.
Someone inside the castle. That might be something why he might not be willing to speak. However, I did recall Siri, sister, about... There's a cult out there I've heard murmurs of. I don't know of a name. However, I do know of a symbol.
Can you share that with me?
Absolutely. She describes a symbol that has the symbol of a Ouroboros, the snake devouring itself. This symbol of infinity. Stabbed through the middle where the head meets the tail, a dagger. That's all I know of.
Thank you, Natasha. And also, take care of yourself.
I'll be fine.
My door's always open, by the way. I know community outreach doesn't... The last time we talked didn't really seem very high on your priority list, but a lot of the girls enjoy it. It's a sense of normalcy.
I don't think I could do anything other than kill with these hands, sister.
You'd be surprised. Selena. She's quite the gardener.
She could barely hold a dagger last I saw her. I'll consider it, sister.
Anytime.
She gives a bow and looks back out, and you notice as she looks out, another burst of mana just kind of erupts out of one of the random buildings that are out there. And then shortly after, the mana vapor kind of just seeping. You notice some of the knights that are down in the square as you're peering down. Groups of them like shuffled, and then a handful of them being dispersed throughout the town as these bursts and these attacks are still going on. All right. That being said, is there anyone else that wanted to do something prior to the night's end? Or inquire?
I don't think so.
Rest. Rest.
Oh.
All right. Tonight, you're going to go ahead, and this is our first rest. And let me explain how this works. So, a full night's rest, which is what you're going to be doing right now. You have a few things that you're able to do. You're able to repair your armor. You're able to pick two of these things. You can repair your armor. You can fully heal. You can fully remove your stress. Or you can work on a project. And the last but not least, you're able to prepare. You would prepare and you would gain a hope. You could prepare with someone else, the two of you, and you both gain 2 hope. So that being said, Bobby, what are the 2 things that you're going to be doing tonight?
Yeah, I'm doing HP and stress.
HP and stress, okay. Go ahead and clear that off.
Yeah.
Athena.
I will do... Oh, shit. I will do... HP, and I'm also going to prepare.
You're also going to prepare, okay.
Knowledge-wise. And I want to try and think back to everything that I can remember regarding the synth political debacle and the ruins that I saw. Everything surrounding that, just to kind of get like more information, especially, and also with this new information that Natasha just gave me.
So for sure, take a hope, and I'll come back to you.
I'm gonna repair my armor and get rid of my stress.
Okay. Go ahead and fill up your armor slots, and then, of course, remove your stress and work.
I'm gonna remove my stress and
choose all HP.
Yeah.
going to.
Wait, how many armor are we supposed to have?
That number.
I guess I'll prepare.
You'll prepare?
The
Okay.
number that you have written.
I'm going to say, for the sake of a collaboration, so to speak, both Meredith and Wart, the 2 of you are going to be preparing together. Trying to sort through anything that you might know. So take 2 hope, and I'll let you guys have a dialogue here shortly.
What? Wait, what?
Essentially,
I missed so much, I feel like.
after the eruption that happened, you got to the surface. Medical staff ended up being everywhere. Bobby's sister got to the hospital. You guys went to the hospital. They recognized that you were a part of the guild, brought you up to the 3rd floor where you were able to seek medical attention, which is where you're at currently.
Okay.
Wait, why am I taking hope away?
What?
Did you... What?
Oh no, I said since he's preparing as well, he's getting a hope.
Okay.
You're okay.
Okay, I thought you said Meredith. Sorry.
No,
I'm
you're
really
good.
confused.
Okay. So, before night takes you, the 2 of you are preparing right now. Tell me, how are the two of you trying to figure out a little bit more about the war that had happened, or the topics that Athena had mentioned?
So I remember when I think it was last session or either the session before, we had talked about the introduction of synths to society, and how they were meant to almost make life easier by creating perfect carbon copies of almost all races, and they were meant to fill menial jobs. It was kind of like industrialization, essentially. But that triggered a heated debate as like these people don't, or these things don't have rights, therefore they're stealing our jobs, they're taking valuable resources, they're filling an unfillable space. And a lot of other people were like, and I think myself, and I can't remember if anyone else at the table agreed, but like, no, because they started almost acting like AI, where it was almost like they were becoming sentient, and it triggered that discussion of do they have souls, do they deserve rights, and it created factions on both sides. And I think I just want to remember key points in that. So people that were specifically people that were for giving them rights, or businesses that provided jobs, places like my work, like that try to establish outreach and try to bridge the gap, and maybe any major proponents of that. So just to give me a starting point as to like who would do these attacks.
Absolutely. So I need both of you to go ahead and roll a knowledge check with advantage. So you'll end up having your d6. Now it'll be the higher of the two.
So we're rolling. Wait, what are we rolling?
So you're going to roll your hoping for your dice
That's right.
plus your d6.
Is it a knowledge roll?
It is a knowledge roll. And this is in terms of preparing. Athena, what did you get? Oh, you're
21 with hope.
21 with hope.
28 with hope.
28 with hope. So the higher of the two, you both end up getting a hope. Well, with this, it's actually just a roll, so it wouldn't have gotten hope or fear or anything of that nature. But
That's fine.
You do have the two. You're probably capped out at this point.
Yeah, my hope is full.
That
You're
being
hopeful.
I'm hopeful.
Yeah. So the two of you kind of sit down and knuckle it and kind of bounce ideas off of what history has been through in these past several years when the war had happened. You do remember some key contenders when it came to the war. On both sides, there were both Mecha and the Arcana, or casters. There were people on both sides that were for it, and there were people on both sides that were against it. It most notably started with a higher up, a general underneath the King's army of General Zen.
Was he pro or con?
He was Khan.
Okay.
In fact, he was the one that kind of was the catalyst of...
This is a catalyst event.
Yes,
Okay.
catalyst event. Zen was actually a part of the caster side. He believed in magic being something organic, something that shouldn't be harvested by synths. However, synths, once become sentient, began being able to use magic, just like any other living being. But due to this abomination of nature, the young druid began the events of the synth war. But he was the main catalyst for that. Young man, probably early 30s. He was actually not a human, however, a half-elf that found this utterly as an abomination. Now the other side, the one that was the other side of the coin, was a Mecha, part of the Mecha Guild, thinking that some of the things that he preached, and he was a dwarf, was that even though it was mankind's creation, clearly life was being breathed into these beings. There was a lot of religious tension with what, and his name was Galliff. A lot of tension, a lot of religious arguments, a lot of hate derived from some of the words that he had said when it came to these individuals becoming, for lack of a better term, human, or what defined it. And he believed that the artistic values, the things that these people were creating or inputting, their insight, their everything that they had, he could not deny that they were people, and felt harshly against calling them machines, which he's worked on his whole life, being a mechanic. He was one of the first blueprinters to sketch up some of the internal components that made up the initial synth. So some argued that he was a little too close to his word. He did have the king's ear, though. But a faction between the general, the king, and Galliff started this war. And I will say that you'll get that with those rules that you guys have made.
Okay.
That being said, night takes you. It is a very rough night as your body's trying to rest, trying to calm itself down and expel the toxins that you all had inhaled. It's very uncomfortable, but eventually night takes you, and a phenomena that you're all heard of. I'd probably only say one has been under the effects of mana nightmares. Typically when exposed to mana for too long, while the body is trying to digest or expel this poison that has gone through your system, it has a tendency of giving you hallucinations and nightmares throughout the night. You each have one of these nightmares. Bobby, I'll start with you. As you're laying there in bed, the last few moments that you have before sleep finally takes you, of your sister, of your family, and of your ex-wife. In this dream, all that there is at first black darkness. And a letter that is floating there. Bless you.
Thank you.
You stare at the letter in this darkness. And moments go by, and all of a sudden, you're walking on a plane of water. You see the water turn red. And you notice down on the ground as you continue to walk the many faces of people that you killed during the war. You notice in this pool of blood as you're walking across it, the blood turning black. And then you begin seeing in the reflections underneath you synths' bodies piling up. You get grabbed from underneath one of the many bodies that are beneath you. And you notice a young human synth look at you with clockwork eyes and jet black hair, looking at you just kind of gasping for air. What do you do?
Do you want the like a backstory of why I'm seeing this person, or
You can give me what you pops
No.
up in your head.
so this synth? They are one of my biggest regrets of the war. So the other side they wouldn't kill the synths if they were fighting against them. They would capture them and like pretty much mind wipe them, and then have them fight against us. So this one human synth that I was with, we were about to be captured, and to avoid that, he had me kill him. So I am looking at, this synth grabbing me, and I kind of just collapse into him and then grab him.
You grab a hold of him and pull him out of the oil that is everywhere. Holding on to him, and you notice that in your hand is a broken rapier that is dug deep into his chest cavity of where his heart is, and you're holding him. And he's looking up at you with, once again, gasping, those eyes ticking.
Anyone else picturing the graveyard from Detroit Become Human?
See that? Yeah? And you hold on to him, and you just see as slowly the gears, the irises that are slowly turning, those piercing green eyes stop turning. And you wake up from your mana, oh my god,
Nightmare.
mana terror.
Mana terror.
Mana terror. Athena. As night takes you, and the mana poisoning, you have a really hard time sleeping. You actually find yourself, as you're laying down, whatever that was sitting in the bottom of your lungs just continues to try and cough up, and you're visited with a mana nightmare. In your nightmare, you are standing before an angel. This angel with beautiful 6 wings staring down at you, floating into the sky, and you are just in the air with this individual. You see this goddess whom you have never seen before. You're not quite sure who this is. You blink and you notice that there's 2 of them. The 2 of them they're standing as if they're standing on top of one another, both feet touching, and as if a mirror image of the 2 floating in the sky with 6 wings each. One of them wears a black mask. It's the one that's down below you. And the other a golden mask. They both reach out to you. What do you do? What does this mean to you?
I would say, like, the way I'm probably feeling is both of these angels represent my old way of life, but there's more clarity. Before, it would just be one, and I could never really see her face. But now, it's almost like they represent the black one represents the truth. Everything that I've done, everything that I've been trained to do, everything that was always there, I just couldn't see it. The golden one is the lies. Everything that was fed to me and how I was told just enough to do what I was contracted to. But now I can see them both clearly.
How does that feel?
I would say it makes me really angry because I start getting flashes of everything that I've done in the past. Like when I look at the golden one, I see contracts and locations and my targets. And then when I look at the black one, I almost see like their lives. I see their families, their friends, and a lot of my contracts were people that were just trying to help, but they made the wrong enemies. And that was what was being kept from me.
You see that both are reaching out for you. Do you grab either of their hands?
No. You can't fully accept one without the other. To do so is just blind faith, and I don't do that anymore.
You look at the two and almost instinctually you almost like flinch to reach out, but then stop. Keep your hand close and it brings to your breast. And you notice the two of them bow to you. And you wake up. Meredith, your mana fright, your mana nightmare. There's loud noises scattering. There's people yelling, screaming, trying to talk, whispering, just surrounding you everywhere. You look around and you can't see anyone's face by any means. They almost seem like shadows as they're going back and forth, and you can see just chaos and noise. Most of your other senses are dull. But that strikes out to you as there's hatred, there's sadness, there's happiness, there's a wave of different emotion. What does that mean to you as you are surrounded by these shadows and chaos?
Like, what does it mean, or what does it like feel like? Or
Tell me what goes to your head.
I don't know. Like, it just kind of reminds me of like feeling of being crushed. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like as if, like one of those rooms where like the walls keep closing in.
Yeah.
Until you get crushed.
It's suffocating.
Yeah.
It feels as if it's, that you're being currently crushed by all these emotions, all this pressure.
Yeah.
This overwhelming sensation. You notice that as you're beginning to hyperventilate a little bit, and it's even in your dream, it feels harsh, like there's something in your lungs. And you cough out, and what hits onto the ground is this concentration of mana. So in all this darkness that is surrounding you, these disfigured, these bodiless voices, there's this plop of mana. So it's just and you notice that once again, these little sprites kind of come out. And one of them morphs, and you see this fairy. This fairy that is adorned in these green robes. Her wings, as if lightning, just continually going back and forth, but there's electricity as each flutter happens. She has these blue eyes and green hair, and she looks up at you. It feels too much, doesn't it? She says.
Oh, I'm not.
Remember, you can always come home.
Meredith is gonna. She doesn't say anything. She just turns around and starts walking the other direction.
You wake up. Wart.
Ribbit.
Ribbit. Wart. You're man on nightmare.
Too many flies, no tongue.
Oh my god.
Are you using perchance?
You're swimming
What are you using?
in
ChatGPT.
a man
Get to do images.
You can feel as you're swimming down this stream. The sensation of the mana against your skin burns. It feels as if with each stroke that you're pushing forward, that layers of your skin are kind of coming off. You go under the mana, you come back up. And continue down the stream until you see your hut. You hop out of the water, feeling weak, feeling exhausted. You open up your hut. What do you see?
My bookshelf.
Bookshelf. It's the first thing that you notice. You walk on over there. What's the title of this book? There's one book on this bookshelf. I should reiterate.
It is called... The Raging War.
The Raging War. Pick it up and you look at this book and you flip through the pages. You've read it at least 100 times. It dictates the fall of humanity. It shows in this book that it shows that in this book that hell on earth didn't start from underneath the ground, but came from the sky and fell down. It depicts, and as you're reading it, you're visualizing it. You see these feral black creatures running around and destroying these beautiful elven structures, these towns and things of that nature. And you see these dark spirits jumping off a floating island and raining hell down on the earth itself. You notice very briefly the golden eyes and the giant smile of a creature as you're floating down with one of them, it try and bite and devour you. And eventually it gets a hold of you, and the last thing you hear before waking up is the sound of your own bones crushing. You all wake up from your fever dreams. These mana hallucinations, some may say. Feeling rested, but not as well as you could have been. Tired, exhausted, but you're breathing normally. The machines that you were hooked up to late at night to extract what left of mana seem to have completely removed any traces of it. I'm going to say that Athena, as you get up, you see the respirator that you're hooked up to has roughly about half of a cup of liquid in it that it seemed to have extracted out of you during the time. This glow just radiating next to you. You all wake up, and for the most part, it seems like some are still in bed. For the most part, a lot of people have already excavated out or gotten out of here. Bobby, taking a look outside, you see the morning sun kind of reach over the different reactors. And you notice several other buildings seem to have crumbled in the last night that you had gazed upon the city itself.
Oh shit, I'm just thinking about it. Is my apartment okay? My place was like a 10-minute walk from the Leaky trip.
Good to know. Good. Hard to say.
Damn, why did I say something?
Yeah.
Fuck, am I homeless? It was a nice place too, what the fuck?
It rent control.
As you all gather yourselves.
Yeah, I want 3 months back pay on rent.
Doran approaches Wart. And he says to you, he kneels down, and you see his eyes turn. Aqua decided to give me this to you. This is the king's audience. Make sure, a lot of you, and he gets up and adjusts his coat. Whenever you get a chance, head to the king. I guess there's a special assignment for you.
Ribbit.
He has a nod. There's plenty of alcohol in your blood, son.
Oh god.
I didn't have to just extract mana. You're lucky to be alive, being as small as you are. I'm glad that you're fine. I'll see you at the house later.
Is he like massively dehydrated and his skin being really dry?
Yeah, it's just... And it might have been like
Wait.
a representation of the fever dream that he had, this sensation of for a ribbit. Moisture is extremely important. In fact, getting really dry just feels like it's a burning sensation in your skin.
A dried out toad.
Yep.
Fuck.
All right, so what are you all doing?
Did Doran mention a time to meet with the king?
As soon as you woke up.
As soon as we we should probably head to the palace then.
Probably.
You think we're gonna have breakfast there?
I don't know. But if they don't, then I believe... If they don't, I mean, we could probably ask. I am kind of hungry too, so... Could really go for like a really good omelet right now.
So,
Wart started walking out of the hospital.
Does she not like this?
I don't know about y'all, but I not really dress for fight and stuff. I got my performer clothes on, and I almost got killed by that ant.
Oh yeah, we should probably change out of these clothes.
You see the Fungil that gets up and he says, "Your lord should probably go get some better armor. Go to the guild place. What are y'all doing here?"
Oh yeah.
He pushes past you and hits the button. His green eyes just narrow a little bit in slight confusion as the...
Meredith, you got that checkout letter, right, for our potions?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's do that, and then we should probably head
Guild, get some.
Guild, get some stuff.
Stop off, get some breakfast.
Okay. All right, so you all make it downstairs. You're greeted with
Feed your cat.
Donna's still there. You can tell that she has she hasn't really slept or anything like that. She might have been a part of the night crew when it comes to servicing everybody. So she has bags under her eyes. You each present your certificate that Doran gave you. So add a minor potion to your inventory.
It's a minor, because I already have a health potion. Is a minor potion different than a health potion?
Oh, it should be actually a normal health potion. There's a tier above. I just didn't remember what it was.
Oh.
So add a
Is
health
it-
potion. I'm sorry.
So
Is it just health potion or is it your choice?
I will give you your choice.
Okay.
So you can either have a health potion or a stamina potion. How about that?
a health potion or a standard potion?
Stamina.
Stamina.
One heals you, one removes stress.
Ha.
I'd rather have the stamina.
I'll take the health potion.
All right. So you all make your way.
Instead of going towards the guild, I go home and walk home. I go home because I have clothes at home and like
You
you're
just to dress into?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna go to the guild.
Go to the guild.
It's gonna be better than the shit that I have in my apartment if it's still there.
So Wart, at home you
I
do
don't-
see
I
your
don't wanna
typical
know yet.
cloaks that you would end up wearing.
nice to have.
Your staff, you got that
My
to your
backpack.
side.
It's probably a lot.
Yep, your daily backpack.
If
There you
anything,
go.
just wandering the streets.
Yeah.
All right. Now, on your way to, there's a place that Bobby, you've been dying to try or haven't been to since you've been back in town for food. What is that place for breakfast for you?
I'm cooking up an omelet at home.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and roll.
The
Yeah.
Stinky Joe's mystery meat pies.
Sticky Joe's Mystery Meat
What
Pies.
the
Yeah.
fuck?
What'd you get?
14 with beer.
A little on the low end, but you know, one of those pies will fix you right up.
Who would want mystery meat?
Hey, you know, you gotta get your animals from somewhere.
I hope not.
But yeah, it's awesome. It's a little pastry. You got some meat,
I
cheese,
have
onion.
2 HP taken on.
I'll pass.
Is there
It's good.
Is there any other food around this that's not
Actually,
mystery
yes.
meat?
There's this really cute little pop-up breakfast place. I love them. I love them.
I'm gonna get myself a nasty meat pastry.
I trust that. I
They have-
don't want mystery meat for breakfast.
They have full breakfast, but the Danishes are sinful.
All right. I would like you all to go ahead, if you're going to go ahead and partake in this, you get to heal either a HP or stress or get a hope, depending on what you want. It does cost you 1 handful of gold.
Shit.
Oh, that's what. Yeah,
We're eating the bougie breakfast. We're not doing that.
Wait, what can we do? We can either.
You can take, you can heal an HP, you can heal a stress, or you can take a hope.
Okay.
But it costs a handful of
Yeah.
gold.
I just realized, how am I singering? I don't got any fucking gold.
You should actually, Bobby, you should have, I want to say 3 handfuls of gold from your.
Oh.
You should.
Just
Sick.
based
I
on
had-
your.
I had
on
one.
The concert.
Yeah, okay.
So you should have 3 total.
Nice, alright.
Alright. So you all make your way to the guild, your respective guilds. Coincidentally, they are next to one another, right on the outskirts of the actual castle itself. You, Bobby, it's been a long time since you've been here,
Hey, Bobby,
through your eyes.
can I see your pearl?
My palm?
Your pearl.
Your pearl.
It's your cell phone. Give me your phone.
Yeah. Pop it open, flip it through.
Instead of an
Sorry,
apple, it's a
that's,
pear.
Well, there's been a lot of changes since you've been gone, so you need the proper clearance.
It should take roughly about 3 to 4 minutes for that to be fully updated.
But I can scan mine.
It ends up getting you updated contacts for the actual guild itself, along with Athena's updated number.
I changed my contact photo and that's it.
It's like you see this like slight teenager looking like moody picture that's updated to it.
I also deleted it.
Just like,
See, and now it's just flower girl everywhere.
Oh my god.
But
Sorry,
I'm going to tell the story in the eyes of Bobby just because it's been a while since you've been here. So taking a look outside, you see a building adorned with many different gears and things of that nature on the outside. Both buildings are made of wood. One is painted a dark black, which is the casters. And then the other one, of course, the Mecca. A dark, like, brown. That kind of goes in. But on top of the actual mechanical portion of the mechas, it seems like this place is completely made out of both wood and these metal gears, just constantly ticking. Steam is coming out of the roof itself that comes to a jagged point. Now on the caster side, you can see a mixture of both marble and this black wood. There is a floating mana mist that is kind of almost as if it has its own mini reactor on top of it that kind of is supplying the area with mana. But it's as if it reminds you of a rook on a chessboard on the outside of it. Are you both all going separately to represent a guild?
Yeah.
Okay. Athena and Wart. You end up taking a step inside, and you see a water ganassi staring at the two of you, inscribing. You see there's a lot of movement, there's a lot of commotion happening right now. Over to your left-hand side, there is a board that seems to be filled with a whole bunch of different jobs that are going on. And you see that there are more there than there has been. Recovery of this, broken home, needing help. There's all kinds of literature and things of that nature. The water ganassi you both know as coincidentally Teardrop. You see Teardrop adorned in this suit that is almost Harley Quinn-esque. Half the side is black, the other half the side is white. They are wearing a mask that has in the shape of a tear, but half of it is that of a spade, the other half a diamond. This black and white texture is kind of adorned without. You hear from behind the mask, good to see both of you. Athena? What?
Dude.
What brings you in today?
We need to be outfitted. We have a meeting with the king later.
With the king? Ah, quite the thing. Claps his hands. Well, if you come over here, I want you to be a dear. I have just the thing that'll catch your eye. He brings you over, and you notice that onto the side there is a magician kind of outfitting and quickly lacing up like leathers, and it seems like people are engaged, people are trying to figure out as a whole, as a community, as part of the Casters Guild. Those that are in need, they are there. Wart, what is your slogan for the Casters?
The slogan for the casters?
I don't know. He's never asked me this. Like, what do you mean? What's the context?
Yeah.
The context is a sentence that is almost like, you know how the postmen they'll deliver under any circumstances, rain or shine.
Mm-hmm.
What would be the casters?
Magic above all.
Magic above all. You see,
What's the mechanism? Knowledge is power.
you see that kind of ingrained in floating scrolls. There's like a visitor's center that you pass by, and there's these scrolls that are just kind of levitating there, and you see some people looking for work. There's some of the synths actually trying to get signed up, getting enlisted, so to speak. But you see one of the leather workers there with a wand, just kind of weaving this intricate design on these leathers. Now, won't you be a dear and come see what we have in store for you? Teardrop says, and he bows. What are we in need of today? King's grace? Shall we set the pace? Something extravagant?
Something battle ready.
I take a look at the price. I'd be like, something cheaper than this.
Something battle ready, but not, but still comfortable.
Comfortable, elegant,
Dirty.
sturdy. We have just a thing. Be it here. Take a seat. And he gestures over. And he goes over to the leather worker and pulls up a standard regiment of gear. I need you to go ahead and both of you have added to your inventory mithril chainmail, company issued by the king. The thresholds are as such. We have right now leather, I believe.
Yeah.
It's 7 and 14, or what is yours?
Mine's a chainmail armor.
Oh, you have chainmail. Okay.
Yeah.
So, chainmail compared to the mithril variant of magical nature, it removes the negative qualities of the chainmail that you have, which is a negative to, I want to say it's agility, or no, your
It's evasion.
evasion. So +1 to your evasion, you're now harder to get hit. That being said, what are your current thresholds for chainmail?
7 and 15.
It's going to be 8 and 16, with no decreases by any means. It feels lightweight. You can see that it can easily be put underneath your attire, but there are adorned with the dark purple, the same color palette of amethyst that Aqua has. So it's very, very clean cut, very issued. The teardrop and the leather worker use a special incantation to make it so that it fits you perfectly. But it is standard issue. There isn't anything particularly flashy other than the slight blue that the mithril.
How many armor slots is that?
It'll be +1 to what Emilio's is. So, Emilio, what is your...
It's just +1 to evasion.
No, I meant for your armor.
Like, how many slots do you have?
Oh, 5.
5, so it'll be 6 now.
So do I get 1? I still have to repair 1, but I get 1.
So this is a
whole new
brand
armor.
new set of armor.
Oh, so then, okay.
So you don't have to worry about that. And you do have a shield, so you will technically have more than that.
And then, do I also get +1 to my evasion?
No, it
No.
would just remove the decrease
Well,
of the...
I only had leather.
Oh, so now I'll have 7 armor then.
Because you had a shield.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
I didn't have
Bitch,
any
who's touching
negative
me?
effects.
Nobody.
No. So,
Bobby should never get it.
Athena's negative effect was just from her previous armor. That's the
Yeah.
chainmail.
Okay.
So removing
Fighting
that
something?
lightly.
I'm gonna
Got
It
it.
doesn't have
I'm
a
looking at
plus.
you.
Okay. Sounds
I'm
good.
fucking weak.
All right. That being said, Bobby and Meredith, you end up stepping into the mecha portion. And you notice in the mecha portion,
What's your slogans?
we'll ask that shortly.
That's awesome, because my evasion would have been 9, since it starts at 9. But because of the other one, it was 8, because it took away. But now it's 10.
Well, your evasion should only be 9.
Well, yeah, it gets, now I get +1 to evasion.
No,
No,
there's
because
no plus.
when we first started, it was 9. But because it was my chainmail, my regular chainmail armor, the feature was heavy, so it was -1.
Yes.
So then it was 8 instead of 9.
So
So
that
now-
negative effect is gone, and now you have 9. Although your armor slot is +1.
Okay.
I know you're
Is there,
thinking
like, is there,
AC
wait,
armor
okay,
class.
wait, is there a new feature then with this armor? Or is it just the armor?
It's just the armor.
Okay, so there's no feature.
No.
I thought Sean was being kind.
An extra armor slot. Can't help.
That doubled my armor slots.
So, Bobby and Meredith, you end up taking a walk inside, and you see, unbeknownst to you, but a similar gesture. You see Earth Ganassi wearing a Harley Quinn outfit, a lady that has long grass for hair, and you can see in the actual mask itself, you see the sign of a heart, as well as not the diamond, a star. The colors for this Harley Quinn is red and black. She greets you. Well, won't it be that I see the two of thee? What brings you in?
We need armor. We're visiting the king.
Armor. Some of this looks ruined as if it's been drabbed. Well, don't be a drab. Come, let me show you something shiny. She walks you over. And you see this forge happening along the side. This metal worker hammering away a dwarf. He brings out to you plate. Brings out to you this thinly casted plate in this shine of mithril. You may choose to wear it if not. Thresholds are high. You're looking at 10 and 19.
So,
However, -2 to your... I'm sorry, -1 to your evasion. Armor slots are 6. Threshold is strong, you're not very mobile.
because what is the threshold again? Like, what is that for?
So it dictates on how much damage that you end up getting. So, as an example, if I were to hit you for, in this armor, your base threshold is 10. If I were to hit you for 9, you would just take 1 HP.
Oh, okay.
If I were to hit you for 11, you take 2 HP. If I were to hit you 19, you would take 3 HP.
Oh, I see.
But bear in mind, your evasion drops.
Yeah.
So it's heavy plate for the mechas.
And thank you for this. I didn't get your name. Might be a little outdated and antique by now, but I was wondering if you had any leftover armor from war.
Leftover armor?
Just something I knew and felt more comfortable in.
Leftover armor? Why have the bother? It's so old. Unlike you.
It's something you wear every day. You get attuned to it and feel more comfortable in it. And I'd rather much bang up some old stuff than this shiny stuff you have here.
The only thing we have is mega standard leathers. Aren't you worried that you'd be light as a feather?
I mean, I'd like something, you know, a little more protection than these clothes I got on, but don't want to be bogged down when I need to be.
Well, then I have nothing better.
Yeah, let's take a look at these old leather armors you had.
With the miss, would you like something similar?
What is the best you have? Is it this? No,
This
what?
would be the best that we have against the protection at hand. If you were to strike, you are able to take dramatically more blows.
Yes, I think this is what I will do.
Your dress. Well, then something for the old vet.
Thank you.
Just be a little pet and stay right here. She turns around. Go ahead and add to your inventory. It's adorned as, it's not the best name, but out of context. You now have synth leathers. And the reason why I had that name is because on the side of the king, if you were wearing these leathers, there's kind of standard uniform for it. It's not leather made from synth skin by any means. You had leather attire prior to?
I had a gambeson,
Yeah, that's what I had
You
to.
had a gambeson.
which was at 5 and 11 for the threshold.
So this will be 7 and 14.
Okay.
Same, I would say actually 4 armor slots,
4 slots.
but a +1 to evasion.
Nice.
What was mine again?
Yours was mithril plate.
So I erased the other armor, right?
Yep.
Here in a bit.
These all have been standard issued directly to you. It is not something that you have to pay for. Bless you. Thank you.
And the threshold was 11 and what was it?
It was 10 and 19.
10 and 19.
But also a -1 to your evasion.
Yeah. What base score? Does that stay the same?
Base
I don't
score.
Like
Is base score the same as armor?
Yes, base score is
Oh.
the same as armor.
so it's 6?
So that'll be 6 for you. Okay. That being said, you all pop out relatively around the same time and you make your way to the castle. And that ends tonight's session.
I do hop on Bobby's shoulder.
You hop on my shoulders? Aren't you like a full fucking size frog though?
No, he's full size frog, yes.
Yeah, frog
But
human.
I'm like 3 foot.
Pretty light. It's pretty light. That being said, thank you all for joining us once again. We are past the dice. Any like, subscribe, or even word of mouth that we exist, we thoroughly enjoy and hope for. We appreciate each and every one of you that has stuck with us this far. That being said, I hope that you all have a wonderful night and see you next time.
Bye.
Ribbit.